on the changing rules. The changing rules to become better, become effective, to improve your interpersonal relationships. And I've spoken to you regarding the first rule in this regard, that you must not have a disease that behavioral change can cure. Rule 1. Rule 2, I spoke that pick up the right thing to change always. Rule 3, I talked about don't delude yourself about what you really must change. My friend, today I'm going to share my views on rule number 4. And that's it. That's it. Don't hide from the truth you need to know, need to hear. We all suffer from this problem. We keep on procrastinating, we keep on delaying, and we don't want to hear the truth which we must hear. And I give you example, the kind of age, my age profile. You see, at my age, the most important feedback I need to call and I need to have is the annual medical physical examination of myself. While in armed forces, this was a regular ritual where every officer, every individual, every armed force personnel has to go for an annual medical examination, and everything is checked about him, so that he is kept not only physically fit but mentally fit, in a top fitness state. And once after I superannuated, I tend to ignore this and keep delaying. As a feedback, it's a literally life or death information, my friend, for all of us. I managed to avoid this feedback for almost 7 years. It's not easy to avoid, my friend. A device, a doctor's visit for 7 years delayed, it's criminal. But it happened because till the time I feel I'm working very hard, I'm following my physical fitness schedule, and there is no symptomatic problem, I can afford to just go on. A wrong belief. I will get a physical after I go on my healthy foods. Why should I? I have a healthy diet. I will get the examination done after, once I begin to lose my exercise program to something. I will get the examination after I get in shape, and this continuing my psychological state of getting in shape, it is on and on. Who the hell I'm kidding? The doctor, my family, or myself? Have you ever avoided a physical examination and told yourself the same thing what I keep telling myself? Almost most of you will have the similar answer. I know far too many executives and senior CEOs and senior functionaries. You see, they have the same answer. Just think of it. How about a trip to the dentist? After putting off the appointments as long as possible, do you your problem subside? No. It is must that we must not delay and get ourselves physically checked, but we keep on procrastinating. Admittedly, my friend, a little bit of impulse which behind the behavior of such behavior in our mind is to achieve. We want to score well in the doctor's or the dentist test, so we prepare for it, continue preparing for it. My friend, however, a much bigger reason for that behavior in our mind is to hide from the truth. That's what I'm telling, the rule number 4. Don't hide from the truth you need to hear, which from what we already know. We know we need to visit a doctor or dentist, but we don't because we might not want to hear what they have to say about our health. We figure if we don't seek out a bad news about our health or teeth, there can't be any bad news. This is nothing but an ostrich approach. My friend, I just gave you example and now relate that we do the same thing in our personal lives. For example, I'm working in a large sales organization. I always throw a spot quiz to the salesmen, all who are there I'm addressing, and ask them, does your company teach you to ask a customer for feedback? And a chorus of yes, everybody's yes, saying yes. Does it work? Does it really teach you where you need to improve? And another chorus of yes. Then I focus on the men. How many times do you do this in your home, in your family? They says you ask your spouse, the house or husband, what can I do to be a better partner? And now this time there is no yes chorus, but almost silence. Everyone was quiet. Do you mean that before you believe this stuff? I said, do you really believe this stuff? I asked. But to the same chorus, they said, you do believe, we must ask. But they don't. So why don't you do it when at your home, in your personal life too, when you're so concerned in your sales, in a profession you're working? It can be their collective whole effort that they fail. My dear friend, we must not shy away from taking any effort, or we must begin straight away and should not ignore the things we must hear. Rule number 4 is very simple. The thinking defies the logic. It has to stop. You're better off finding out the truth than being in a state of denial always, or delaying even. My friend, if you want to change, if you want to improve your interpersonal relations, don't feel shy in hearing the truth from people, from near dear ones, or the feedback you must get. Don't hide from the truth. You need to know. It will do you better. Thank you very much.